It's not in the circuitry, is it? It's not the machine that resists you. It's me, my spirit. I don't need you to make me a man. I already am one.
Yo, what's up, House fam? Welcome back to the House of Animation. It's your boy Reggie here, back with you for another video. And oh my god, I just gotta shout out to y'all for a second because I really appreciate all the love and comments that you guys are putting in these Teen Titan videos. Because here at the House of Animation, we love animation. That's cartoons and anime. And I really appreciate the fact that you guys are liking these videos because I like the fact that the House fam allows us to do cartoons and not just talk about anime all the time. So from the bottom of my heart, I really just want to say thank you. So continuing on with this Teen Titans series, we've already done Starfire, we've already done Beast Boy, and we just finished the Raven video. So next up on the list is my man Cyborg. So Cyborg's journey, I think, is a really interesting journey because if I could boil it down to maybe one or two words about what his journey in Teen Titans is about, it's kind of about self-acceptance. Throughout multiple episodes of the Teen Titans, we see Cyborg struggle with his image of himself, the things that he can do, the limitations that he puts on his mind and his body. And a lot of the episodes that deal with Cyborg deal with him accepting himself. And while I was preparing for this video and rewatching a lot of the Titans episodes that were focused on Cyborg, I saw a lot of connective tissue that made me really feel empathetic towards Cyborg and his journey. So in this video, I want to go through some of the troubles and trials that Cyborg had to deal with while going through these episodes of Teen Titans and all of the lessons that he learned and some of the takeaways that I had from them as well. But before we get into that, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe if you like this video and you want to see more content like this. And without any further ado, let's get into the video. So for those of you who don't know, Victor Stone is Cyborg's real name. And the circumstances that caused Victor to become Cyborg, in the most simplest of explanations, is really Victor went to go visit his parents working at their lab as they were both scientists, and during an experiment gone horribly wrong, it caused an explosion in their lab, leaving Victor's mom dead and Victor half dead himself. To save Victor's life, Victor's father actually combined Victor with an experimental technology which then turned him into Cyborg. Now that's a crazy short synopsis on how Victor became Cyborg, but essentially what you just need to know from that is that Victor loved being a human. He loved testing his limits. He loved proving his capabilities and seeing how far that he can go. And when he became Cyborg, he put a certain limitation on himself, thinking that because he's a robot, he would never be able to hit those limitless potentials anymore. And in one of the earlier episodes of Teen Titans focused on Cyborg, we get to see how this really affected him. The episode is called Only Human, and we get to see the Titans training. And what we really get to see is Cyborg trying to push his limits, seeing how far that he can go. But then when his gauge reaches 100%, he feels like that's all he can give.
It's no good! Shut it down!
No way, Cyborg! I won't let you quit! Come on, push!
I can't!
Yes, you can!
No! I can't! Ah!
So after Cyborg fails to lift the weight, we get to see a really great scene between him and Robin.
Cyborg, what happened back there?
I'm not like you, okay? When I say I can't, I can't! When I was an athlete, when I was human, I loved pushing my limits. Getting stronger, faster, better, just by trying harder than I ever had before. My coaches would always tell me to give 110%, and I always did.
You still can.
My muscles are mechanical now. Limits are built in. No matter how hard I try, 100% is all I've got.
See, to me, this is one of the first times that I even realized that Cyborg had an issue with his body, an issue with himself. Cyborg felt that because his body was mechanical, it put certain limitations where before he was limitless. See, Cyborg never chose to be a hero. The circumstances that caused the accident were an accident. Now, Cyborg makes the best of his situation, but this isn't something that he wanted. And you get the feeling that if Cyborg could go back in time and change it, that he would probably give up being a hero for his old life. And we can actually even see that in another Cyborg focused episode called Deception. And this is the episode that really starts the Cyborg journey and shows us the man he starts to be able to grow into. So the episode starts off with the Titans facing off against the Hive. Now this is pretty common, with the Hive robbing some bank or causing some trouble and then the Titans coming out of nowhere to kick their butts. But what's said throughout the battle is that the Hive is going on this robbing spree where this is the third consecutive bank they've robbed throughout the week. It seems the Hive Academy, which is basically an academy for young supervillains, is running these guys on overtime. So to chase down the Hive and put an end to this new headmaster, Robin puts a tracker on one of the Hive members and tracks them to their location. And now that the Titans have the Hive's new location, it's time for someone to infiltrate and go undercover, and Cyborg's the perfect man for the job. The reason why Cyborg's the perfect man for the job is because Cyborg makes these holographic generator rings, which basically gives him the look of how he used to look when he was Victor Stone.
A holographic generator!
Dude, you look
Unplugged.
nice work. If I didn't know better, I'd think you were just normal.
The Victor Stone before Cyborg. The Victor Stone who was still human and thus had that limitless potential. We even get a scene with him and Starfire where he says something similar like this himself.
How long have you been standing there?
Forgive me, your door was open.
Ah, it's cool. Just checking out the old unimproved me. I've forgotten what it was like to have real hands. Well, almost real.
They are most convincing. However, my preference is for the original version.
This is the original version.
So finally, Cyborg infiltrates the Hive Academy and he starts to attend school. He's going into a cafeteria, dealing with bullies, going through obstacle courses, and then he finally meets the new headmaster of the Hive Academy and the person who becomes Cyborg's main antagonist over the next couple of Cyborg-focused episodes. His name is Brother Blood.
You, Stone, sneaking into my school, destroying my drones, making my top students look like amateur pickpockets. You must think you're very clever, but you're not clever. You're brilliant. Well done, Mr. Stone, well done. I see a bright future for you.
Thanks.
So while Brother Blood accepts Cyborg, or Stone as he's going by his code name, Brother Blood accepts Stone into the Hive Academy, and then Cyborg essentially is going through school. He's going through classes, he's studying for tests, he's dealing with bullies and going through pranks, and he's also kind of low-key having a crush on Jinx. Cyborg gets to pseudo live out his days back in high school where he never got to finish because of his accident. It's like he's getting a second chance at finally growing up, and we can even see that he is kind of enjoying himself with the call he has between him and Robin after Cyborg has been undercover for some time now.
This isn't a good time, guys. We've got a theory of mayhem test tomorrow, and I'm totally gonna bomb.
Please tell me you're joking.
Yeah, look, sorry I haven't checked in. I've been learning their combat technique, weapons, armor, and we had a dance.
A dance? Cyborg, you're there to find out what the Hive is planning, not learn to tango.
So after Cyborg breaks into the headmaster rooms and breaks into Blood's computer, he actually gets caught red-handed by Blood himself, who pretty much knew the entire time that he was Cyborg.
Well, this is a surprise, Mr. Stone. Or should I say, Cyborg.
He applauds Cyborg for breaking into his school, says that he can use him, and then gives us this scene right here where he tries to manipulate Cyborg into joining his side. See, Cyborg misses his body, he misses his old self, and Brother Blood sees that and uses that longing to try and manipulate Cyborg by telling him he can make Cyborg human again.
My hand. I can feel it. It's real. No!
Serve me, and I can make you what you once were. I can give back your life.
I'll do anything you ask.
So essentially what happens next is the Titans go in to try and rescue Cyborg because they feel like he's been undercover long enough and he might be in trouble. Once the Titans go in there, they're actually caught and get face to face with the Hive and Cyborg himself. And with Cyborg on their team, these guys are kind of effective. They go immediately into attack mode and giving the Titans the work. Cyborg is fighting against the Titans so well, for a second you actually really believe that he's about to join Blood's side. Now there's actually a moment in this episode that really stood out to me, and please tell me in the comments if you think I'm reading into this too much. There's a moment when Cyborg, or Stone, is actually facing off against his robot replacement he made for himself when he went undercover. And when you see these two fight, you see the ferocity and anger that Stone has for his Cyborg replacement when they're fighting. Stone goes into beast mode and is beating the hell out of this Cyborg, and it kind of feels like he's fighting against the person that he hates, the thing that he became, the Cyborg that he never wanted to be. While being at the Hive, Cyborg feels like he lived the life that he never got to finish, and then when he takes a look at this Cyborg again, it's like he's faced with the reality of what he is.
Destroy them for me, and you'll have your reward.
Cyborg, no!
Please! Come on, buddy. We're your friends.
Sorry, but I have new friends.
Psych!
Now, in the end, we find out that it was all an act, and Cyborg betrays the Hive, attacks Blood, destroys their academy, and leaves with the rest of the Titans. So the episode starts to wrap up, and to be honest, I can't help but feel bad for Cyborg. I feel bad for the life that was robbed from him and the experience of growing up that he never really got to live. Cyborg is back at the tower looking in the mirror where he says bye to Stone. He says bye to his old self, and we never get to see him again. But we do get to see another great scene between him and Starfire.
For your thoughts, I will pay 6 grub bars.
If that's your way of asking me if I'm okay, don't worry, I'm fine. I never got to finish high school because of this. And when I was at the Hive, for a while there, I actually felt normal.
I did not know you before, so to me, you are normal.
Now, the next step in Cyborg's journey comes from an episode called Wavelength, where essentially Brother Blood is back again. Blood has created this machine in the ocean that is a blueprint of Cyborg's sonic cannon. He stole the blueprints from Cyborg when Cyborg tried to steal information from his Hive Academy. And when Cyborg realizes this, he goes ballistic. Because of Cyborg's connection to Blood, he feels like this is his mission, his bad guy to deal with, and he wants to take charge in leading his downfall.
Then this is my mission. I'm taking Blood down with my own 2 hands! All right, listen up! While I go after him, y'all are gonna...
Cyborg, they're your blueprints, so you're the only one who can shut down the resonator. While you're doing that, we will capture Blood.
No, man, come on! This is personal! Just give me a chance to...
There's no time. The resonator will be fully operational by sunset. Okay, Titans, here's what we need to do. Starfire and Raven...
However, since Robin is the leader of the Titans, he's calling the shots, and you start to see Cyborg have a little bit of resentment for it. So the Titans finally land in his base of operations and start their plan of attack. The Titans' plan gets interrupted by Blood's foot soldiers, and again you see a scene of Cyborg being ready to take charge and then Robin stepping on his thunder.
Looks like we just had a change of plans.
You have your assignment. Move!
You see that Cyborg is really starting to get resentful of Robin telling him what to do. Cyborg wants to prove himself. He feels like he's being stifled and that he can't grow under Robin's leadership. We even get a scene of Bumblebee teasing Cyborg about this very thing.
Cyborg, we're approaching Blood's control room. Have you reached the resonator core?
Almost.
Well, get moving. We don't have much time.
So if this is your mission, how come he's in charge?
But eventually Cyborg makes his way to the machine that he needs to shut down. Robin, Raven, and Starfire's mission was to go fight against Blood, but Blood confronts Cyborg, and Cyborg takes that opportunity to fight Blood one-on-one. Now I ain't gonna hold you, Cyborg might have wanted some backup because Blood's kind of beating his ass.
You're gonna wish you had.
But after a while, Cyborg gets some help from Bumblebee, and Bumblebee is taking on Blood while Cyborg shuts down the machine. And then for a second time, Cyborg beats Blood, tears down his academy, and then they eventually go off home. Now, even though they beat Blood and everything's good and well, he escaped. So the team is talking about trying to track him down, but they leave the task to Bumblebee and Aqualad. But Bumblebee even offers Cyborg an opportunity to join the mission since Blood is his bad guy. Now Cyborg denies the offer, but we do get a really interesting scene that alludes to something in the next couple of episodes.
Cyborg, time to go.
Yeah, it just might be.
Now finally, Cyborg's journey comes to a boil in the two-part episode called Titans East. Now what happens is that Cyborg goes to help a newly formed Titans team get established in their new Titans Tower. The members of this team is Bumblebee, Aqualad, Speedy, and Mas y Menos. Now as they are a new team, they got a lot of stuff to work out. These guys have no unison and aren't working together at all, but Cyborg comes through and helps make their tower feel like a home. But even then, Cyborg tries to tell them that there's nothing wrong with their tower. The thing is that it's something wrong with their teamwork. These guys don't work together and don't behave as a team. But they're about to get their chance because they get an alert for trouble and a new bad guy who's on the loose. Now the Titans East go to try and capture this bad guy, but they are not working together at all. These guys are so used to being solo and on their own that they're tripping over each other, attacking each other by accident, and kind of just looking like fools. Cyborg sees this and tries to take control of the team. With his years of experience being on a team, he quickly takes charge and shows that he's able to lead.
Hate to say it, but Sparky was right. We're not working like a team.
We are now. Follow my lead. Titans, together. Speedy, B, push them back. Double M, heat them up.
Más y menos, sí podemos.
Aqualad, cool him down. Booyah!
With Cyborg as the leader, the Titans East actually defeated their first bad guy. They took him down easily, and even after that, they go back home to the tower and get it put in tip-top shape. They're actually working as a team. After all the hard work and effort that Cyborg and the rest of the team put into building the tower, they finally got it to where they want it to be, and Cyborg starts to enjoy himself again. But then in comes Robin.
Heads up, boys, because y'all are going, huh? Hey, Robin. It's going great. New tower's up, we took our first bad guy down, and we're all set to start looking for Brother Blood.
Good, then you can head home.
But
They'll have to find Blood without you, Cyborg. Professor Chang has escaped from prison. I need you here. Robin out.
Robin reaches out to Cyborg and asks him if the Titans East are all set up. He said for Cyborg to come home. You see a bit of the sadness in Cyborg's face as it's time for him to go home. The Titans East are sad to see him go, and because they don't want him to leave, they make him an offer, something that he's been wanting for a while.
wish I could hang, guys, but they need me back home.
We need you here, too. We took a vote, and we'd like you to stay as the leader of Titans East.
The Titans East offered Cyborg the ability to become their new leader, but before Cyborg even got a chance to accept or deny, Blood comes back for another time attacking Cyborg. Blood is like a cockroach at this point. Every time you think he's gone, he comes right back. And even worse, he's obsessed with Cyborg, making these clone robots out of Cyborg's blueprints to attack the rest of the team. These Cyborg robots manages to separate the rest of the Titans, and then Cyborg is essentially on his own. He beats the rest of the robots, but then he comes face to face with Blood again. Now, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna hold you. It's either the writers love Blood too much or they do not love Cyborg enough, because every time Cyborg and Blood fight, Blood gives Cyborg the work. Like, Cyborg definitely gets a couple of hits in, don't get me wrong, but Blood is overwhelming him, and it happens every time they fight. I'm honestly trying to debate who gets a worse beatdown between Blood and Cyborg or Robin and Slade, because if we're being honest, when these guys face off against their respective bad guys, they get the brakes beaten off of them. But at the end of the fight, just like every bad guy eventually does, they start to get cocky, and then Cyborg was able to scrape out a win against Brother Blood for like the 5th time in a row.
And stay out.
And after Cyborg beats Brother Blood and the rest of the Titans East were able to fend off their first attack, the rest of the Titans East asks Cyborg one more time if he wants to be their leader, and Cyborg accepts.
Cyborg, what are you still doing there? I told you we want you back home.
Robin, I am home. I've decided to stay on permanently as leader of Titans East.
But, Cyborg, we need you.
Sorry, man. They need me more.
So now in part 2 of Titans East, we open up with a phone call between Cyborg and Robin where we finally get the scene that we wanted. We get to see all of Cyborg's feelings and emotions, the things that drive him and the things that he wants out of his life.
And you're sure there's nothing I can say to change your mind?
No, man. I'm staying in Steel City as leader of the Titans East. That's it. End of discussion.
Well, could you at least tell me why? I mean, I'm losing a member of my team here, and it's not like I can read your thoughts.
They need me. And this is my big chance. I'm ready to show people what I can do. I'm ready to grow up, to be a man.
And what about Brother Blood?
What about him?
I know how badly you want to catch him. And I know a thing or two about being obsessed with your target. Look, I just worry about what you're getting yourself into.
You think I can't handle it?
I didn't say that.
You didn't have to. Man, this is supposed to be a good thing. My own tower. My own team. Why can't you just be happy for me?
Because you're already on a team. My team. And you can't just quit.
I can and I did, which means I don't have to put up with you telling me what to do anymore.
So now this is my fault?
It's not about you.
No, it's all about you. Because that's all you care about. You talk about being a man, but if you can turn your back on us after everything we've been through, you're nothing but a spoiled child.
I'm staying.
Now, at the end of this scene, when you listen to what Cyborg says, I kind of agree with him. Y'all know how much I love Robin, but I think he's dead wrong in this scene. Listen to what Cyborg says. He talks about his big chance. He talks about getting an opportunity to prove himself. Grow up. Be a man. Now, although I understand Robin's side, he's losing a member of his team and a close friend, but I disagree with the idea that Cyborg's childish for this. There's nothing wrong with wanting to grow up. There's nothing wrong with wanting better for your life and for yourself. There are moments in people's lives where they feel like they might have outgrown a situation and want to prove that they can stand on their own 2 feet. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. The only thing I have an issue with what Cyborg said is where he places the value on his manhood, where he says, my tower, my team. But this is something I'll touch on near the end of the video. After this scene, Cyborg is talking to the rest of the Titans and he's saying how he's so happy that they made him the leader, and after all of the work that they've been doing, he wanted to celebrate with them. But his celebration gets ruined when we find out that the last attack from Blood, he actually brainwashed the Titans East, and now they're going after Cyborg, attacking him, trying to capture him for Blood. But I do gotta say, the Titans East got perfect teamwork now. They are working together to beat Cyborg down to the point where he gets knocked out and then he's captured for Blood, just taunting him as he wakes up. Blood, being the psychopath that he is, tells Cyborg that he wants to turn the Titans East into Cyborg so that he can have a loyal team of soldiers who will never again question him or resist his brainwashing. Lucky enough for Cyborg, the OG Titans come through and actually save him, running Brother Blood and the rest of the brainwashed Titans East out. But here I am again feeling bad for Cyborg. His opportunity to prove himself, his opportunity to be a leader, be a man. Cyborg begins to doubt himself, lose faith in his confidence that he was ever meant to be a leader.
Some leader I turned out to be. Been in charge less than a week and I've already lost my entire team.
No, you haven't. Not yet. There's still time to save them.
So what's the plan?
You tell me. If anyone's going to know how to stop Blood, it's you. This is your enemy, your technology, your mission. The team is yours to lead.
But Robin and the rest of the team believe in Cyborg, and Cyborg gets his second chance to lead his original team. So Cyborg and the rest of the original Titans infiltrate the tower and find their way to meeting the rest of the Titans East, where they start to go one-on-one with them and starts to beat the Titans East back. After a while and the Titans start winning, Blood comes out of nowhere and steals Cyborg, and they teleport to the top of the Titans East tower. And then for the umpteenth time, it's Cyborg versus Brother Blood one-on-one. And to be honest, I kind of take back what I said. Cyborg definitely gets the cake for getting dog walked the most. I know Cyborg's not a martial artist like Robin, but god damn, like, why do they keep making this man fight Blood one-on-one? When Robin was fighting Slade, he was at least able to push back even somewhat, but Cyborg just gets dog walked every time. Now, I know he always wins in the end, but god damn, this is an ass whooping. Blood is ripping Cyborg apart piece by piece and finally defeats him to the point where Cyborg is just a torso, no arms or legs. Blood starts to taunt Cyborg and even shows him that he has the rest of both his teams captured, and the only one left is him.
I have defeated you, but at least you won't be alone. Say hello to your classmates. You should have accepted my first offer, Cyborg. I would have made a man out of you. I still could, you know.
You can take your offer and blow it out your
Insolent child!
Blood is pouring all of his energy into Cyborg, frustrated and angry because Cyborg's the only person who's able to resist his mind control. And with that, we get the best scene of the episode.
It's not in the circuitry, is it? It's not the machine that resists you. It's me, my spirit. That's the part you can't break. I don't need you to make me a man. I already am one.
I don't care what anybody says. that was hard. I can't think of a single one-liner in all of Teen Titans that hits harder than those bars right there. So finally, after Cyborg regains his confidence and his body, he starts to finally, and I mean finally, beat Brother Blood. Woo boy, with that blue energy coming off of Cyborg, he finally beats the brakes off of Brother Blood, which I've been wishing for the entire time. Now finally, both Titans teams have together been able to defeat Blood. We wrap up to the end of the episode where Cyborg goes to the rest of the Titans East and says that he appreciates them making him leader, but he already has a team and they already have a leader. Now for the very final scene of the episode, Robin goes to Cyborg and asks them why he wanted to come back, and we get this final scene right here.
So, what changed your mind?
I always thought I was missing something. Something I needed to become a man. My own team, my own mission, my own skin. So Blood did manage to teach me one lesson. I'm not missing a thing.
Now, even though I like that scene, I kind of wish the writers delved into the themes a little bit more. Now, I know I've said on multiple occasions that I love when the writers don't talk down to the audience because I feel like young adults are a lot smarter than people give them credit for. I think they're able to pick up on themes and morals without having it explicitly said, but I feel like in this instance, they should have did that a little bit more. The scene with Cyborg and Blood fighting each other and Cyborg telling Blood that you can't make me a man because I already am one, I think that scene is so powerful for a multitude of reasons. So I said earlier that I wanted to touch on some things that Cyborg said during his fight with Robin, where he was saying he wanted his own team, his own tower, because he felt like that would make him a man. And by the end of the episode, he kind of realizes that he didn't need those things to make him a man. And I feel like that's a lesson that a lot more people need to learn. Because a lot of times people, and especially young men, we feel like having certain things make us a man. A house, a car, money, women. We often feel like if we don't have these things, we're not men. And Cyborg learns by the end of the episode that it's not the things that make you a man, it's the lessons and morals that you had to develop to acquire these things. In theory, anybody could give you a home or a car, but that's not what makes you a man. It's the self-confidence, the discipline, the consistency, the hustle, the ambition. All of those traits that helped you to acquire those things is what makes a man. Not the things that you have, but the skills that you learned to have them. I really enjoy Cyborg's journey through the series. I feel like it's kind of a shame because Cyborg-focused episodes are kind of spread out. I think you can often lose the connective tissue between all of the episodes that really kind of tell a story together. And because they're so spread apart, you might lose some of the themes that the episodes are telling. But I guess all in all, you can't really tell Cyborg's story in 1 or 2 episodes, and just like life, it's a journey. So comment below and let me know the themes and lessons that you've learned from Cyborg, and if you really enjoyed his journey, and let me know if you enjoyed this video. But with that, I got nothing left. So, peace.